on topical issues as always. Nigeria right now. Come along.
Gaskiya wuta noma.
As he relates to their relationship. Jackson. So that's it. This is Nigeria right now. Action. Hello out there. This is Nigeria right now with Dixon Irebu. Today my guest is Chief Dan Nwanyanwu, national leader, and indeed, of course, the national chairman of Zenith Labour Party, ZLP. He is my guest and he will join me shortly.
I have said it severally. The president has no business to listen to Wike. You have given him a job. You have rewarded him for the manipulation he did in Rivers. We have let it go. But he should not put fire in Rivers that will affect your office as president. If the problem is about 2027, the person you should do business with is Fubara. He's the man on seat. You know it, Mr. President. You have been there for 8 years. You are the most experienced politician to become president. So you should understand it more than I do. If you don't know, Wike will contest against you, President Tinubu, in 2027. Take it to the bank. All that he's doing, forget about all these razzmatazz in Abuja. Yes, he has done well. He will run against you. He will run for president. He will leave your office. He will leave that office end of 2025 or early 2026 to prepare for his presidency. Why do I say so? I have on record 26 speeches made by Wike which showed commitment. He had failed in all.
National Chair.
Nigeria right now.
Yes, sir. Thank you once again.
How are you?
Very well. Hot seat.
Thank you.
Okay.
Is the seat hot?
It is hot because lots of things out there. First of all, how is Nigeria treating you?
Well, we thank God for everything.
Yeah.
I have faith in Nigeria, notwithstanding all we're passing through now. The situation we found ourselves now was, the foundation was laid about 8 years ago. And it got to a point that it was almost gone as a country, economically, politically, and even the main fabric of the country. So a new president has emerged. He's trying to put things together.
But it's the same political party that held sway.
Yeah. You have political parties, but the styles of every president differ. If you have another president from APC or from PDP, they won't be the same way with Jonathan. As far as I'm concerned, Jonathan, for now, nobody has beaten his record as the best president after Obasanjo.
Meaning that PDP, which you have never been a member of, performed better than the APC that has held sway now.
PDP has its own bundle of problems. And I don't want to start, weighing and giving marks to political parties.
Yeah, but constitutionally, it is the party that owns the mandate, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's party that owns the mandate, but the driver will determine whether you reach your destination or you have an accident on the way.
So is this driver taking us to our destination?
This driver at least is moving. You can see where it's moving.
Are we moving?
No, you can see the driver moving.
How
but
fast
you
is
may
it?
not agree with him, his speed. You may not agree with him whether he's rough or smooth, but at least the vehicle is moving.
But the hunger is in the land, though.
There is no time you won't have hunger. Look, when people...
This one is excruciating.
Just a minute. You see, what I don't like, people will come and tell you I will banish poverty. You cannot. Even when Jesus Christ was here as a human.
There was still poverty.
There was still poverty. And it was in the Bible. He made it clear. When Mary was rubbing the expensive oil on the feet of Jesus, you know Judas. Judas said, our Lord, why should Mary be allowed
to waste this money?
To waste this expensive oil that we would have sold
To take
use
care of
the
the
money
poor.
to take care of the poor.
So the poor will always be with you.
Jesus saw the mind of Judas. He was the treasurer. Jesus knew he would steal the money. He said, allow Mary to do what she's doing. I am here with you now. I will not be with you always, but the poor will remain with you always. There is not, even in America, there are poor people.
Well,
In Saudi Arabia, there are poor people.
it won't be
So-
right
so-
for
so-
us to
so-
even accept that our land should be poor.
No.
Nigeria today is seen as the capital of poverty in the world.
No, you have poor people. What we try to do as government or as individual is to lift as many people as possible out of. There are people that no matter what you do for them, they want to remain poor.
Okay.
Yes. So it's not because you say people are hungry. Yes, we are hungry. Everybody, so it's affecting everybody. So don't tell me that we are poor because Tinubu is president or because another president will come.
No, because the hunger in the land is linked to some of the policies of the government. From the day one, for instance,
Tell me one
everyone has said the statement that got us here is subsidy is gone, without putting anything in place. Do you agree with that?
You see, Dixon, you are an enlightened, educated person. Did President Buhari provide for subsidy in that budget he handed over to Tinubu?
Of course he did not, but
Good.
then he was
I've
supposed to
answered-
start
I've
counting
answered-
in
I've answered
June.
you. I've answered you.
It was supposed to start counting in June.
I've answered you.
Okay, fine.
He was the one that removed the subsidy.
All right. So let's
So
go straight
you
up
can say
to...
that Tinubu made a mistake by even announcing it.
Because it was already gone.
No, he wanted to be transparent. Buhari had already removed it.
But is subsidy gone?
I'm not in the oil industry.
Because at least let's apply our common sense. If you brought it in by 1,000 plus and you're selling 600, there is an outstanding. Who is paying for
I
it?
have my own approach. You recall, during my campaign,
Yes, as a presidential candidate. Yes.
I told Nigerians in 6 months I'll sell fuel for 100 naira.
You said so.
I said so.
How were you going to do
You
it?
can
You
verify.
didn't tell us though.
I did. I said so. In fact, somebody asked me, that time you will sell your fuel for 100 naira. What will be the rate of exchange? I told him that rate of exchange will not matter. How? I will fix these refineries that they are sabotaging everybody. They don't want it to work. By now, I would have gotten these refineries.
So you would have fought the corruption.
Of course, I would have gotten many people out.
That's what it is. Because
fight it.
it's not enough to take off subsidy. Will always be with us as a people, as government.
I will fight it. Don't tell me thank you. Don't come and see anybody. You don't have to talk to me.
Don't give me 10%.
I don't want. I will look at Nigerians. I will get the refineries fixed.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how will you rate this government?
I'm not doing that. Is that why you brought me?
No, I just want to know because by every means, we should hear from you.
You cannot rate a government in 1 year.
1 year is a lot in the life of any
but
nation.
he has given you direction where he's going. So you see, it's like during Buhari's time. At the time, even National Assembly tried to impeach him. I was one of those vociferous people, whether positive or negative, that say, no, you can't remove the president. Buhari must be allowed to finish his tenure. Why did I say so?
Why?
So that there will be enough time and enough facts to give him his testimonial. If they had removed him
At
then,
the expense of the Nigerian people.
if they had removed him then,
Yes.
what you'll be hearing now will be different because they removed him, he didn't take us to El Dorado. So allow him to finish. President Tinubu is there now. They should stop all this and allow the man to concentrate. Our duty is to criticize the president constructively. I have given some recipe to what I think will solve the problem. I say, open the borders, let us get food. Since the farmers are not allowed to go to farm and we have not been able to fight insecurity, let us have enough food, let Nigerians eat first. You have to do certain things on this subsidy. It doesn't mean weakness, rather it means strength. It means you are hearing the people. I have given a lot of suggestions, and these are suggestions I would have done if I was the person there, but I'm not there. So all we can do is to help the president. You cannot stay all the time. You say, because it's this party, it's that party. No.
No, it's not about party. We're all Nigerians.
What we need now is food.
Yes.
For people.
Yes.
A lot of people are hungry there.
Yes.
Open the borders. Let food come in. Let them eat. We have not been able to deal with insecurity. Food is not coming. Not the little I do at my backyard. You do that will feed everybody.
Of course not.
So let food come. Let them eat. This is the first thing you have to do. Address some of these issues, and then during the period of 6 months, when you allow this, you tackle other things that will stabilize.
Okay.
Get the refineries working.
Okay.
Look at what
Dangote has done.
Anyway, he's complaining.
Yeah.
But I will talk about that later. It's not now.
Fine. There's something that really got my attention recently. You were all over the space in the media, and engaging seriously. Two things. One is the FCT minister and, of course, the happenings in Rivers State. You came very hard, very, very tough, really. In fact, the punch you gave was killing, and accused the FCT minister that he will, no, politically, of course, it was a metaphorical statement. You accused the FCT minister of going to run against his boss in 2027. What are the facts? You also talked about the happenings in Rivers State, how that when Abuja people come in the weekends, and then after it, of course, during their presence in Rivers, everywhere will be boiling, and then when they leave, everywhere will be calm in Rivers State. What are you alleging? You're a lawyer.
Without sounding immodest, I understand this game.
You know the game?
I know the game. Without sounding immodest.
Nobody can take that away.
I can read the political barometer, even beyond Tinubu. It's a gift from God, and it has never failed.
And you have the experience, though.
Yeah.
I must give it to you.
When I was talking with my late friend, Dr. C, his
so rest in peace.
I told him in 2020, in his gazebo, full house, I said the Southeast will punish PDP in 2023. He said, Buruburu, you have come again. In 2020, nothing was on the table.
Yeah.
I just threw it there, bah. He said, how? I started giving analysis. We left. When I got home, he called me. He was on the way to my house the next day. I said, I was coming. Wait for me. That was why he wanted to see me. I said, the Southeast will punish. By that time, I didn't know how they would punish them. But I knew the Southeast will punish PDP. Because PDP was made up of parties that are greedy, selfish. All you know is grab, run.
Is that PDP policy or the other way?
No, I'm talking
because they grab it and run with it is, as we got to know by the president.
Fight for it, grab it, snatch it,
Yes, sir.
and run with it.
Yes, sir. Jagaban. Jagaban.
As at 2020 there.
So what they did to President Jonathan, they made President Jonathan to lose the election. If PDP had been together without working with the opposition, President Jonathan would have finished his tenure. And I was a witness to one of the occasions. So when I'm talking, I'm not talking from the cattle fields. I don't live under the rock.
So let's bring it to the FCT minister and the happenings in Rivers.
I'm coming. You see, I was privileged.
Yes.
I've flown Air Force One 3 times with President Jonathan, and I was always in that presidential cubicle. The last trip we made was to see the young entrepreneurs
in Lagos.
In the presidential cubicle was President Jonathan, Rubebe, Muazu, myself. When the plane took off and I got stability, President Jonathan moved to go and take a rest in the bedroom, in the aircraft. Muazu opened up to Rubebe. Let me tell you why the North will not vote for Jonathan. I said, excuse me, Chairman. He said, no, wait.
That's the national chairman of PDP at that time.
I'm calling names.
Yes.
He said, that's what called character. I don't fear to talk once I'm saying the truth. I said, Mr. Chairman? He said, no, you are not part of us. I said, but I'm a friend of the president. You can't say that. He continued. He gave his first reason, gave his second reason. As he got to the third reason, the aircraft started descending. The president came in. I told the Rubebe, in his presence, please brief the president on this. He said yes. We came down, we finished, we left. 2 days later, I called the president. He said yes, he told him something, but he could not remember. But the Rubebe confirmed that he told him that. How would you win an election when the national chairman of the party, who will stand with you on the podium, raise your hand, vote for my candidate. By the time you leave, he tells people, don't vote for him. I'm an eyewitness. I was in Air Force One. I saw it. You can see how the party shot itself on the foot. Why are they crying? Who told you that if President Tinubu will be changed, who told you it's PDP? Who do you have that will come into this fight? Is it the way PDP is? Now you are talking about Wike. Wike has taken over PDP. He has tied it and put it in his pocket.
Really?
Yes.
How?
I will never leave PDP. I will never disappoint PDP. If I disappoint PDP, I will never have peace in my life. I will never have peace in my life. I will never have peace in my life.
He's controlling the party. And that's why a party will lose 27 members from the State Assembly. 27, they have addressed press conference. They have sung on your mandate will stand.
Yes.
They have sworn to affidavit
Yes.
that they have left.
Yes.
Then the party legal advisor or an officer of the party will go to court to say they have not left. What is the character? I have always said.
But the official statement of PDP or from PDP states clearly that they have left.
When was that?
The National Publicity Secretary made a press conference.
What about the intervention of the legal advisor?
Well, who speaks for the party? You're a party man.
No, legal advisor, when it comes to law, legal advisor will take over the process. I'm referring to the legal advisor. You see, I have always believed that that's why our own type of politics appear to be different. There must always be a moral content in what we are doing.
Is there morality in politics?
Because there must be moral content. There are things I will not do. I will not come and say, God punish me if I go against my party at any time. Let me not have peace. And tomorrow I go against the party.
You're talking about Wike now.
I'm
That's
not
what
talking
you're
about
quoting.
Wike. I'm giving an example.
Yeah, you're quoting him because it's a common statement out there that he made.
I will not say whoever imagined this convention as a candidate, I will support him. Then I'll go and do something against him. There are so many things that I can do.
You will not be given the umbrella and after winning and then you now go and say you have you are moving to another party.
So he said, no, let me join them. So yes, we will not be against you. You carry the vote of another party and you join another party. Can you transfer vote? You work hard for somebody to win the election. Tomorrow the person say, no, I have defected. If you are defecting, leave the seat. If you know it is easy. The problem we have, or leaders have, is that, look, you succeeded in supporting the person to be in office, right? What you did, is it for him to fail or to succeed? You want you to come into your house to be taking orders?
So these are things we say, some people will not like us. It doesn't matter. Once you are standing by the truth, I'm a religious person. I'm not a fanatic, but I'm told by Christ that the truth shall set you free. This is the point. There is no morality. When you hurt somebody, you know it's easy for you to forget. You know.
But the person you hurt.
But the person you hurt will never forget.
True.
He will go. I remember when I was younger, an uncle came home with a car. Then he was walking in Proda. We all ran to the car to enter the car. He shouted that he never wanted anybody in the car except one person. He put that person, the car was empty. We trekked home. It was in my heart. But when I bought a car, there is this Previa. I was one of that red Previa that the mouth is like a fish. I took it to the village in the church. Kids were all over the car, happy. He went to caution them.
The same uncle of yours?
The same uncle. Get out I came out from the church. I said, uncle, leave them. These kids here pushing. May be coming to this service on a chopper. One day, after service, chopper will take them back.
Don't look down.
That was how you didn't allow me to enter your car.
Don't look down on anybody.
Then I opened the doors. They jumped to the car and went to the church. You are ashamed of yourself. So don't do things that you know. You don't know tomorrow. That's always tomorrow.
No man should play God.
Yes, nobody should play God. This is what politicians don't understand. Once they make it another, especially when you have somebody who has deep pocket that can throw the money everywhere, anywhere to subvert justice.
But do you have
what about yourself? When you go home, you sleep.
Yes. Do you have a personal squabble though?
With who?
With the FCT minister?
No, not at all. He's my friend.
He's your friend?
Call him, he's my friend.
Have you reached out to him with all that is happening?
I don't have to.
Yeah, because if he's your friend and you think he's not doing the right thing, can't you call him?
Just a minute before this time.
Yes.
My friend. But what I don't like injustice. Do unto others as you want them to do
unto you. Okay.
This was the same person. Buhari didn't want him for second time.
And you all spoke up for him?
Nwanyanwu, I play more than 80% role for his coming back. I said, don't do that to him. Without visit, without discussion. It was all over. It's like when the PDP, your party, when the PDP was fighting Sheriff.
You say my party?
Oh, sorry. I thought that the way you talk at times, I think you are PDP. it's like when Sheriff party was fighting for Sheriff.
Yes.
I was all over the people say, have you joined PDP? I said, no. I must show the path of democracy.
Yeah.
So we say they must give him $5 million. They must have given $10 million. I say these are little minds. They don't know people like us. We don't respect money. Not that we have it. We are brought up under very strong moral background. At a point, I put my wig and gown on the table. That should Supreme Court rule differently from this my position, I will throw away my wig and gown. Supreme Court came exactly the way I did. High Chief Dobesi called me after one of their meetings. Then thank you very much. 3 governors thanked you for what you did on PDP Sheriff matter. That was after Supreme Court judgment. I think it was the neck after that. I said, well, the father recognized, fine. I said, but why didn't one of them place a call? Do they know that we are good friends? He said, well, they said it's just denied them. I said, it is not enough. There is need for gratitude. Just tell me thank you. So you can see, most of these things we do is to
deepen democracy.
Deepen democracy.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with individuals. And if you don't do it, somebody may be flying all over the place. You think that is the right thing to do. Like this intervention they're talking about, which I made.
Yes.
How would 27 people on their own, so motor, say we have left the party, the vehicle that took us to the State Assembly? We have joined another party, and you sang the song with the flags, and you left. You even went to court, swore to an affidavit that you have left. And you think you still retain that office? Your master would have told you that, look at this position of the Constitution. I learned there are 3-4 lawyers there. They did not see it.
Who is their master here now, Wike?
Of course.
But he is still a member of PDP. How come he kept quiet and allowed them to move to APC?
He's in PDP, holding PDP because he will run for president. This is part of what I'm saying. He's holding PDP because he will run for president.
You have those facts?
What facts? What are you talking about?
Because he has already endorsed the second term of the Tinubu administration.
And that is a commitment. Is that not a commitment?
Yes.
Yeah, there are other commitments he has made in the past.
That didn't fly?
That didn't fly. For example, the one I was talking now before you interjected me. He said you cannot win an election under an umbrella. And you take the umbrella to somewhere. You don't transfer position. So you must leave that position.
Yes.
Wike says so. It's one of the things I listed. Now he's trying to bring them back. That they must remain. No, they can never remain. If they try to force them to remain, they will be saying bye-bye to democracy in Nigeria.
But how do
you must obey the law.
How does one become a member of a political party? Let's get from your experience.
You see, in this instant case,
yes,
you are talking of somebody beginning. The law talked about leaving the platform. It does not matter whether your name is in the register of the new political party or not. You may even leave the house that I'm no longer in this party, I'm going home. You need not belong anywhere. You have lost the seat. Not to talk of when you have pronounced on your own.
Sworn an affidavit.
Even without an affidavit. In the public glare that I have left, you cannot change it. That provision did not give room for, I am sorry. It didn't give provision for, sorry, I have withdrawn it. No, you can only come back in another election, which my party and other parties are interested in participating in.
That's your interest.
That is
now
the locus I have to talk about Rivers. I have locus. We want to participate in the 27 seats,
the vacant seats.
The vacant seats. That is my locus.
Okay.
And that's why we're fighting until INEC will conduct the election. So it is nothing, there is nothing personal, there's nothing strange. You must put it straight. I think everybody in Nigeria has come to the conclusion that they have lost their seats. And you cannot come back through the back door.
But the court has not said
and that
so.
was, no, it doesn't need court process.
It doesn't?
You see, the position of the law is when you go to court and get even a flimsy or frivolous order, you must obey it. They are the ones that are buying time. They are buying time. But he says, shall lose his seat. Go and read that.
No, it's very clear. I've read it.
So it
I've
is
read
clear.
it. I've read it.
And the speaker had already declared that seat vacant. The man that took over from him. Somebody is saying, how can they make a law? They are not up to this. No. If 27 has left, the people standing.
If there's just two, that
The
constitutes a
contemplation
quorum.
of the law at that time, they are the only members of the State Assembly. That is the intent of the law. If you have only 2 or 3 left, those are the members of the State Assembly.
Let's take a break, and then we'll talk more. Nigeria right now with Dixon Irebu. Of course, we came to probe the issues as the intervention from the chairman of the Zenith Labour Party, Chief Dan Nwanyanwu.
Always an insightful, educational, fun, entertaining moment with my brother, Dixon Irebu, on Nigeria Right Now. God bless you guys.
Well, Mr. Irebu, I am so much delighted your program, the contribution it gives to enlighten, the Nigerian public about the perception of individuals about what is happening in the country in terms of politics, governance, and even the economy. And I think there is no better way than to keep engaging people to know about their feelings in this country, to know also about their leaders, the thinking of their leaders, both in the political and government circles. This program, I would say, is more of an interactive session, but also informative and educating in the sense that you touch on almost every aspect of one's ways of seeing things as well as governance. So keep it up. I will want you to interact more, with people. And your program should also involve the thinking of even our rulers. Don't just stop on the elites. Sometimes when you meet people in government or people at high places, whatever they are going to say, sometimes interest sets in. But also go to the grassroots, engage the common people, and that's why you feel the real impulse of the Nigerians, because they are more the larger population of this country. So keep it up. Thank you, sincerely.
I'll see you next week on this same show, Nigeria Right Now.